Hello, it's Anna T. Brooks, Sovereign Energy Alchemist, and welcome to this week's weekly Oracle Energy card reading. So this is for this week, the 15th to 21st of February, 2021. And can I just say, guys, I am so excited to present this reading for you. This is such a beautiful energy this week. There is so much fresh energy coming up. You are going to absolutely love this, and it makes so much sense on the back of the new moon in Aquarius that we just had at the end of last week, and now going into this brand new week, you are going to feel such a fresh energy. So this is really exciting. Let me go through. So for those of you who are newer, I'm going to run through quickly how this energy reading works, how this oracle card reading works, and how I do my readings. So I do a 3-card energy reading using the Work Your Light Oracle card deck by Rebecca Campbell. This is one of my favorite decks, and this is definitely my favorite one to do this reading. And the way that I tune in is I look at mind, body, and soul. So the 3 cards, mind is about what is the conscious energies, what are the things that you're going to be aware of, the thoughts that you're going to be having, the things that you're going to be aware of happening and you're thinking about. And the body, the second card, this is the more physical, the more action-based card. So it might be what's happening in your physical surroundings, what's going on with you personally in the physical body. What are you kind of feeling, and what are you actually going through physically in your body, in situations, in relation to other people, in the actual 3D. And finally, the last card, the soul card, this one always relates back to kind of the more subconscious, unconscious energy. So this is kind of the underlying stuff. If you think about it, like your soul and your spirit, the kind of things that it's going through, the kind of messages that are coming through. It's kind of like an underlying energy that sometimes if you're not really tapped in, if you're not really paying attention to it, you might not even really realize that that's what's going on. So I give you that kind of opening, I guess, that I clarify exactly what that energy is, and it'll just make more sense as you go through the week. If you kind of feel like, but why am I going through this? Why am I feeling this? Why is this coming up? This is probably that underlying energy coming through. So without further ado, let's get into the cards. So as always, I take some time before I actually record this to tune in, to meditate, and to pull the cards. So I already have the 3 cards ready to go. So let's get straight into it. So the first card that came up, so for mind, for your conscious energies, the things that you're going to be aware of, the things you're going to be thinking, the things that you're just, the kind of energies that you're going to be really feeling into. I love this card. Is play. Play. How beautiful is this card? So this is the first card. Let me just read from the guidebook, and then I always go and actually give you kind of my take on it afterwards as well. So it says in the guidebook, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Stop taking life so seriously. Your spirit needs to have some fun. The more you play, the more inspiration will follow. Take some time out to do something without being attached to the outcome. You're being called to rest and play and learn to have more fun. Do something that makes you laugh, the best medicine around. Call up a friend that you can be silly with. Take your inner child on a date. The more you switch off your mind, the more room your spirit has to whisper and guide. When we do things without being attached to the outcome, ideas, clarity, guidance, and solutions have the space to drop in. The left and right hemispheres of the brain can begin talking to each other. Make play a compulsory part of your day. Schedule it. Spend more time doing things just because you love to do them, just because they bring you joy and light you up. If you follow what lights you up, you will light up the world without even trying. For when you are lit up, you are in your spirit, and when you are in your spirit, you fall into flow with life. How do you play? What do you do to have fun? What lights you up? If you've been working hard lately, it's time to celebrate how far you've come, all that you've achieved. Don't rush onto the next thing. Take a moment to throw a party, go on vacation, or have some fun. So this is actually one of the action cards in the deck. The deck is split into 4 sections. And it's so funny because we actually have 2 cards out of this reading that are in the action, right? So this is a very forward momentum moving energy. And so what this talks about this week for your mind, for your conscious energies, is you're going to be feeling pulled to play, to have a bit of release, to have a bit of fun, to really try and tune into what it is that lights you up, what it is that you're having fun with. You're going to be feeling that energy. You're going to be feeling drawn to certain things for no other reason than they just feel like fun. They just feel like play to you. And this is something to really tune into. Don't try and push away from it. Don't try and push it away and tell yourself that's, that's irresponsible. I have to work harder. I have to settle down more. I can't go have fun. No. The more you feed into this energy, the better you're going to flow with this week, and the better everything's going to actually flow to you as well. And this all, I'll touch base back to this card as well when I read the final card, because this all feeds in together, right? So the second card, this is for the physical, right? The body. So this is for you physically, as well as the situations around you, people around you, what you're finding yourself in physically in the 3D actually happening around you. And so the energies this week are going to be telling you to break the chain. This is the second card, break the chain. So let me read from the guidebook first for you. So, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You're being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line, healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You're being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. So this is the second action card in this reading, right? So you have a lot of support here this week with the energy being very action orientated, very moving, very actually, taking you to take some action to move forward on something and to bring it into the tangible present, right? And so break the chain is telling you that this week you're going to feel like there's things that you just want to put an end to. There's going to be things that you're going to realize, I'm no longer available for this. This is not the way I operate. This is not what I accept anymore. I am done with putting up with this. I am done with running these kind of patterns. I'm done with allowing people to treat me this way. I'm done with the way that I've been, showing up, the way that I've been relating to others. I am done with these things, and I'm physically putting a stop to them. It might mean that you actually speak up for yourself and you actually tell someone that, this is not good enough for me anymore. I deserve more. I desire more than this. And you draw that line in the sand. It might be that you feel like you're physically going to do something for yourself, like a little ritual or something where you get to, like writing out the things that you no longer will accept in your life and what you are going to accept, and doing like a burn of burning or drowning or whatever, this list of all the things that you no longer desire in your life. But there's going to be some sort of pull this week that you're going to feel like actually doing something physically about it, whether it's to do with other people or whether it's to do with yourself, to really kind of cement in breaking this chain, letting this go, putting it out of your life and moving forward in a new direction. So these two cards already coming forth, the first one, the mind card, the play card, and then break the chain for the physical, you're going to feel like maybe even from having some fun, from celebrating, from really tuning into what is your joy, you're going to really find that, this is no longer acceptable for me. I'm no longer going to accept this from myself. I'm no longer going to accept this from other people. It might be your own patterns, right? You might find that you really love something that you're doing and something that is really lighting you up and giving you lots of energy and lots of vitality and lots of fun. And then you realize that, I'm no longer going to be doing these other things because this has not been fun for me. This has not actually got me vibing at the energy that I really, really desire, right? So this is going to therefore move you into action to break those chains. Finally, third card, this is for soul, right? So this is for that underlying energy, the subconscious energies, the underlying vibes that are going on, what's going on beneath the surface. And the card that we have is Answer the Call. Answer the Call. Such a beautiful card. So Answer the Call says, what is your soul calling you to do? Your guidance is divinely guided. You're being called to answer the call of soul. You're being called to answer the call of your soul. It might be scary, it might not make sense, but if you trust your soul's yearnings, you will live a life beyond what your mind could possibly imagine. Answering your soul's calling is not a one-time thing, rather a lifelong dance. Deep down, you already know what you long for, what your soul yearns for. Whatever you are called to do, that is your calling. Don't overthink it, don't wait for permission, just say yes. Most people are waiting for a step-by-step plan before they take the first step, but intuition doesn't work like that. It takes faith and courage to answer the calls of your soul, and that's why most people don't do it. But you are not most people. You are in exactly the right place to answer your calling now. You don't need to know the whole plan. You don't even need to know where it is leading. You just need to take the next step. No one has ever had the complete perfect plan. There is no end destination. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And you do not need permission from anyone else. Sometimes the more resistance we have around answering a soul's calling, the more important it is for our soul's growth. So let me just have some water. Okay. So this card, this is the underlying energy, and this is why I wanted to feed back into the previous cards, because the reason for these pulls that you're going to be having this week to play and to celebrate and to lighten and to feel into a bit more of that lightness of yourself and what really lights you up is because underneath you are feeling that yearning to really listen to your soul. And your soul is really, really being clear about showing you, where am I meant to be? Where am I meant to be headed? What is important to me? The way that it's going to be showing you is through play. It's going to be showing you through what you're being tempted to, or that you're being guided to, how you want to release, how you want to have fun, how you want to do something that lights you up and just makes you feel joyful. That is the way that's going to show up consciously, because what's going on underneath is answering the call. Your soul is trying to get to you, is trying to get the information through to you. That it wants you to really answer your call, that it wants you to listen, that it wants you to understand that you are really here for a powerful purpose. And the way that it's going to show you that path and how to align even more on track this week is through the play card, right? And then ultimately the body card comes into it, the physical action card comes into it as well, break the chain. And so what that's going to mean is, once you're listening, once you're hearing this, once you're leaning in and you're letting yourself have fun, you're letting yourself lighten up, you're letting yourself celebrate, you're letting yourself feel into that joy, you're going to really start to get those very clear directions of, you know what? I'm no longer available for this. This is what I need to break chains for. This is patterns I will not run. This is relationships I will not continue. This is dynamics I will not continue. This is how I'm going to change things in the physical. Sorry. A lot of talking today, so it's got my throat very dry. This is what I'm going to actually change in the physical. So this is a really powerful week with a really fresh energy. We've had a lot of very, very kind of energies and some exciting things brewing and everything, but this week is very much moving forward. There is a real pull to move forward, and it's a really fun pull, right? That the fact that the play card is coming up as the main energy that you're going to be consciously aware of, the things that you are going to really want to pay attention to this week are going to be the fun things, are going to be the things that light you up, are going to be finding your joy, right? And the rest of it is going to move forward if you lean into that. So it's a fresh energy. It's a really fun energy. It's beautiful energy on the back of this new moon in Aquarius that we've just had, where hopefully you've set some, powerful intentions of what you want to be bringing forward in this new moon and in this new cycle, as we are now in the age of Aquarius and moving forward, which, by the way, it's not too late. If you haven't done it yet, you absolutely can still do that now. And I think part of that is going to be, okay, make sure that you're actually factoring in that playfulness, that lightness, that joy, because otherwise you're setting yourself up for a whole new age of no fun. And who wants that, right? At the end of the day, well, none of us are getting out of this alive, I promise you. And so if having fun and having enjoyable life and being able to do the things that you love and actually live the way that you love isn't a high priority, you're probably going to find that you're over this whole thing called life very, very quickly. So take this opportunity, lean into these energies, play, have fun, lean into all of that, break the chains of the stuff that is holding you down, that is not letting you be free and fun and celebrating the way that you want. and know that deep down your soul is guiding you on this. It's really guiding you to answer the call. Sending you so much love. I would love for you guys to hit like, pop a comment in, let me know how this is resonating with you, how this is showing up for you. I love to hear from you so much. And of course, if you think this is amazing, please share it across as well and hit subscribe. I cannot wait to see you for next week. Sending you so much love. And remember, live life on purpose.